Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. My name is Brittany and I'm in Fairfax Pilates, which is a boutique studio in Northern Virginia. So if you are in the area, please come by and say hello and join us for one of our classes. So today's workout is going to be on the Tower, which you can do on the Cadillac, but it's going to be a low back focus. So lots of stretching and strengthening for the low back specifically. So go ahead and get yourself ready and I will be right back here waiting. All right, so we're ready to go. We're going to begin using the roll down bar for some roll down, which is an excellent way to get started, just mobilizing your spine. You're going to have a seat with your legs straight out in front with your feet against the vertical frame. It's important that your back is straight. So if it makes you more comfortable to begin with knees bent, then that's what you should do. The leg straightness really doesn't matter here. We're going to hold the outside of the clips. Stay tall, and we're going to start from the lower belly, pulling in and rounding our way down until we're on our backs. Once you're flat down, go ahead and pull the bar towards your chest 3 times. Straighten on the last one. Begin with a head nod, and then you peel up just like you went down, one bone at a time, creating a nice tall posture at the finish. Again, we curl the tail under and go down. 3 draws in towards the chest. Straighten and then peel up. Now, as we go down, what I often see is the first thing people do is just sort of slump to create flexion, but rather think about bringing your head up through the ceiling, and then as you go rounding back, you're starting from your low belly first, that imprint position. You're pulling up with your pelvic floor and then sequencing down like a string of beads. When we start to pull, watch that you don't arch the back, so keeping your back flat along the bed here. 3 times, and then rounding. And as we roll up, you are growing taller as you finish. All right, one hand in the center of the bar, and we're going to go all the way back down. I love to lay the head and shoulders flat. Reach the arm off to the side, lateral stretch. I'm going to take my right foot and put it on my left ankle so that this whole side of my body is stretched. Bring the foot back where you found it. Arm leads the way, and you return up to a sitting position, changing hands at the top. Down we go. Side. And then my left foot now hooks onto my right ankle. Left foot goes back against the frame. Go ahead and lead the left hand around. We're going to do this again on each side. Reaching the right arm around. Now, this arm that's still on the bar, watch that it doesn't pull up. We want to literally lay the shoulders flat so that we should truly get a side stretch. I'm not trying to rotate here. It's just about lateral flexion. Let the foot come back. Arm leads the way. Return up. So as you come down here, I'm pulling the shoulder where it belongs. I'm stretching my foot anchors. Maybe you even want to grab the edge of the mat just to press into for a little bit of resistance. It's up to you. Put the left foot back on the frame. Left arm leads the way, and then we come all the way back up. All right, so that is an excellent place to start for almost anything, not if we're doing just low back specific. So then this one, this is twist around the world, which is actually an advanced exercise. I'm going to break it down into parts here. So I love to start with a flat back and my knees bent. Now, I can get my legs straight, but I find that so many people start to round, so it's just nice if you have your legs bent. So my back is going to be straight, and now I'm going to just row the bar into the chest. Physically touch your chest with the bar just to be clean with our moves. So my elbows are reaching back, and I'm going to stay upright, and I'm going to just turn, okay? And then back to the center. Release the arms. Now we're going to pull, twist, and I'm going to lean. When I lean, come back up, untwist, and middle. When I lean, you want to keep the right and the left side of the waist equal in length, okay? So I'm not curving, I am truly just tipping. Row, twist, lean. So this way my left butt cheek is up. From here, I'm going to keep the bar with my chest, and I'm going to curl through my tail and then lean on that other side. Sit upright, center, release. I know it's a lot. We're going to the other way now. Break it down. Pull to the chest, twist left. Center and lengthen the arms. Again, pull, twist, stay twisted, lean. Back up onto both butt cheeks, center, release. We're going to complete the circle now. Row, rotate, lean, and now we curve, keeping the bar with you. Lean on the opposite side, up, center, reach. Okay, got it? All together. Row, rotate, lean. Keep the bar with your chest. Curve the tail. Find that long back lean. Sit down, face the middle, release, going to the left, pull, turn, lean, scoop, pull, straighten the back, lean, up, center, and release. All right, we're gonna leave that bar alone for now. I've actually got my leg springs in the front here, so I'm gonna make a quick spring change. You wanna use your arm springs for this one. So if you are on the Cadillac, go ahead and go around to the other side. I'm just gonna put my arm springs on. All right, now before we actually use them, I'm gonna just do the exercise on a mat-based exercise. So it's gonna be a hands and knees position or a quadruped position. That means your hands are directly below your shoulders and your knees are just under the hips. Shoulders away from the ears. I'm gonna extend my right leg straight back and flex the foot in dorsiflexion, like I'm really pushing heavy through my heel and my glutes. Keep your hips square. And the opposite arm, in this case my left, reaches forward. Keeping the back straight and still, bend the elbow and knee below body and reach. Bend and reach. So the challenge here is mainly in this supporting shoulder. So my right shoulder is trying to stay away from the ear and support my balance without rotating anywhere. And we're gonna hold it. Now keeping my foot dorsiflex straight down, I'm gonna open my leg right and my left arm goes left. Center. Diagonal, center, diagonal, center, 4, 3, 2, one more time, back to the center. All right, we're gonna do that on the other side. So this simple bird dog exercise is actually one of the best exercises that you can do to strengthen your lower backs. Here we go. Opposite leg. I like to touch the toe down first, just so you know what is neutral. Then you reach the arm, back remains still, elbow and knee move, reach, bend, and go. So as I'm pushing my leg out here, it's like I'm pressing a heavy door closed, right there. Bend, reach, bend, and reach. 4, 3, 2, send that leg back with purpose. One more time, hold it there, diagonal and middle. When your leg opens wide to side, keep the foot pointing down. That ensures that we work the oblique and the glute med rather than our hip flexor. 2 more, side, center, side, center. And let's just go ahead and enjoy a little rounded back here while we wait. All right, now, if that one was challenging for you, you're going to want to just work on that. What I'm going to do with the arm springs is actually add a little bit of load to the exercise that we just did. So listen to your body. So if you're using the arm springs, you're going to, of course, grab the spring. But now when you're on your hand and knees position, you're going to be a little bit off center. Since I have the right spring, or I'm sorry, the right arm is holding the spring, I'm going to shift off to my right so that my right arm can be free on the side of the machine without being that interruption. So left leg goes back, and we're going to hold that nice and steady. And now I'm pulling and then releasing. So that same emphasis here on keeping your back nice and straight. Reach and reach. 4, 3, 2, we're going to hold it right there. So if you need to put your leg down, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're moving right into our triceps. My left shoulder, a lot of focus and attention on what's not moving here. That's really where the work is. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now I'm simply putting my second knee down. Now my right arm is out to the right, and good news, this is heavy. I'm not pushing with my arm. That is a lot of resistance. Instead, I'm going to do a lateral bend. Okay, I usually cue my students that it's kind of like when a dog reaches back to scratch its hip, kind of bends here at the waist. That's going to be you. Arm is wide, and we bend at the waist, and then return center. So my arm is only moving the amount that my upper body is moving. It's loading the obliques. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. All right. Go ahead and give your wrists a break if you need it. Maybe you need a nice little rounded back here. And then we're doing that on the other side. So I'm going to grab the spring with my left hand. My body goes a little bit off center towards the left. Right leg goes back. Nice start to put the toe down and then lift the foot up. That way you know your leg is neutral and your arm is here at the side. Okay, so our back is straight and we pull. If the kneeling knee, if you need to tuck the toe under for more stability, that's an option. Makes it a little easier. 5, 6, 7, and we hold. Either you take your break now or you go right into the tricep. Bend, push, and push. So the upper arm is staying fixed by my torso. I'm just bending and straightening the elbow. 2, 1, knees go down. Okay, so we've got our, I'm gonna move my knees back just a little. My arm is left, side bend. So it's just that lateral flexion. Side, middle, side, middle. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and then let's go ahead and enjoy that little rounded back here. All right, we're going to keep the arm springs going for a little bit, but this time we're going to sit. Now I'm back a little ways off of the vertical frame just so that I have enough room to move here and enough resistance. My legs are together. My knuckles are together right in the center of my chest, and I'm going to round. Similar to before, don't just slump, but rather remain tall and then curve from the lower belly until you round back. So I'm going to stay here. The challenge is in keeping the legs still and together, and I'm going to just twist and twist. So we twist here, right? And you hold, and then twist, twist, twist. Okay, so if your legs start moving, make your rotation smaller. Okay, we go to the first side, and we just repeat little tiny twists. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and over to the other side, and rotate, pulse, and 4, 5, 6, 7, find the middle, and then just reach right over the legs. All right, straight back, elbows bent. Now notice I went into dorsiflexion, so I'm keeping everything nice and strong and straight on my body, and I'm just gonna hinge back, and then I'm hinging forward. So I'm getting a nice isometric in my bicep and my shoulder, but the work here is in the upper abdominals. My upper back muscles are working, all those postural muscles are working to keep my back straight. 4, we're gonna finish this with a bicep curl, so stay with me. 2, one more time, we're gonna stay on this hinge, and then bicep curls, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then again, just reach forward. Okay. I'm going to tuck the roll down bar through the frame, and I'm going to remove one of the clips from the top, bringing a blue spring to the front so that I can connect that to my push-through bar. Okay, and then we're going to sit. So this is another mat-based exercise, the saw, right? So if you were just vertical here and your arms at a T, again, listen to the back. If your knees would prefer to bend to keep your back straight, that's what you do. We rotate, and then you reach up and middle other way. Rotate, reach, up and middle. So now we just add the bar. Okay, so you've got your one hand up in line with its own shoulder. Please don't grab the middle. Align with the shoulder. And now we're going to add a lovely lateral stretch. So you just reach the body out nice and long. And then you bring the hand around, and just like the saw, I'm going to try to reach for my opposite foot or my opposite side frame. I'm pressing the opposite arm up, encouraging a thoracic rotation through my back. And then I let go. 3. You get 3 of these. They're so delicious. Reach. If you can't get all the way to the vertical frame, wherever you can reach, that's what you hold and anchor to for rotation. You try to get your thumb down on the frame, and we actively press up, trying to keep both hips down. And then we reach and lengthen, and then bring it back around. And reach. Rotation is usually the cure-all for back pain. Opposite hand, go ahead and extend the opposite arm away from the frame. We come around, under, we're pressing up. So notice that my thumb is down as I grab the frame, and I'm pressing up here. That's so nice. And then we reach again. Open. And come around and up we go. One more time. Stretch. And around and reach. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to turn around. So a little bit of core strength is going to go a long way for low back discomfort and ultimately alleviating low back pain if your abs are strong. So we're going to do some ab work, of course. So we're going to lie down on your backs. When the arms are straight, you want to measure so that your hands are above your shoulders. Let's go ahead and bend our knees. Keep the feet and knees about hip distance apart. And then I'm going to round through my back, starting from my head, and begin to roll up until I can straighten my arms here at the top, straight line from my hips all the way up to my hands. And then round through the back and lie down. Because I'm on a tower rather than the Cadillac, I don't really have the room to press the arms through the frame here, but if you do, then have at that. Okay, so then we would round and we come up. You do not want to finish there, okay? So keep your back flat. Peel through the belly. Down, down, down we go. And if you've got that room, remember you can take the bar behind you. Here we go again. Round, and then we go up. Now this time, I'm going to come halfway back, and I'm keeping my tail scooped. I'm going to pull the bar and straighten and reach. So meanwhile, just pulling my tummy in. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. The arms reach up, and then we come all the way down. I'm going to extend my legs long on the mat for this one. Again, keeping them together, pointed at the toe. Here we go. All the way up. From there, round a little bit. Put one hand on the waist, pull. So as I bend my elbow, I'm pulling the bar just to the top of my head, or maybe even my forehead. If the bar is behind your head, you are up too far or forward too far, okay? Switch. It's a nice little test to see if your right and your left obliques are even in strength. And 3, 2, 1. Both hands on the bar and down we go. Now I'm going to flip my hands. So I've got an underhand grip. Both knees are bent. I'm going to flex and come up just off my waist and then to my lowest rib. Waist, rib, and rib. It's important that we exhale on the way down and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to bring my legs up. And again, if your low back would be happier with one foot down, please do that. And 5, 6, 7, and 8. Feet down, all the way down. Arms are up straight. Let's go ahead and flip the hands over again. My knees will remain bent about hip distance apart. I'm going to put one hand behind my head with my elbow on the mat. My pants are not going to move. I'm going to let the bar begin to pull me up as I rotate towards this elbow. And then both shoulders flat. This is just sort of a passive thoracic rotation, so upper body rotation. Again, twisting is usually the cure for alleviating some stiffness and discomfort. 3 and 2. I'm going to hold right here. And then down we go. All right, other side, you should feel that right at the hip bone, yeah? Okay, opposite hand. And leaving the hips down. So you can see as I turn this direction, I'm only really peeling my shoulder off the mat. I'm leaving my hips down. My pants don't move. 3, 4, Let's just get one more here. Go ahead and rotate and just hold, and then all the way back down. All right, let's go ahead and bring the bar up. We're gonna do one final spring change. So I'm gonna put the safety chain on my push-through bar. And this blue spring that we were using from above is now going to go from below. Doesn't matter if you put it on the same side as the safety chain or the opposite side. It just really doesn't matter. Okay, so once you have your safety chain on and your blue spring from below, lie on your back. And we're going to start. So you want to start sort of close to the vertical frame until you know what your range is. We're going to push the bar up with our hands and then get our feet on it. So starting position is one where your back and your tailbone can be down, your legs straight, and when you flex at the feet, you get a stretch through the back of the legs. If you're more flexible, you can scooch out a little further, but don't go out so far that your butt is off the mat. Okay, so there's no right amount, right? It's not competitive. Just listen to your body, all right? And so you're gonna just relax your neck and shoulders, and we're just doing slow motion calf raises here. This is a good time to relax the muscles in your neck and your face. Close your eyes maybe. And we're gonna keep doing these calf raises, but with a rotation. So heels in, toes wide, and keep going. And now rotate so the toes are in and the heels are wider. You'll just feel how that pulls on different parts of your hamstrings. Now, if you're in this position and you just really can't get your butt down, you can put a little cushion under your butt. That means that your tightness is not in the hamstrings as much as it in the lower back. So prop your butt and do the same exercise. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna leave my right foot on and I'm just sending my opposite leg down. This leg can be bent or it can be straight, whichever you like. I like it straight because it opens this hip flexor. I'm gonna bend my knee and then push right up into a point. Flex the knee and bend the hip and then push up, point, okay? So we're just getting that 3-point flexion and extension, ankle, knee, and hip. One more time. Okay, now I'm gonna bring that same right foot over towards the left and do the same thing. So our goal now is to just keep your butt down. It doesn't matter if your leg is straight or bent, it will still stretch, I promise. So just keep your butt down and just do this slow calf raise movement to work the abductors on the outside of the thigh. You'll also feel it along the calves, I'm sure. All right, we're gonna change. So now our left foot is up and it's in line with the left hip. Other leg goes down and we bend. As I'm bending, my opposite leg is stretching up, point, ankle, knee, hip, hip, knee, ankle, okay? So just keep all of that moving and up. So all of this stuff is a low back. It's a, what do you call it? A passive low back stretch. Now I'm gonna bring my foot over towards the other side of the bar. All right, and these legs feel different. So you may not be able to go as far on both sides. Please listen to your body. Please keep this butt down. And just point and flex, relax your shoulders, relax your face. When things feel tight, we tend to scrunch, so just try to relax. Okay, and now I'm gonna get both feet on the bar. They're about hip distance apart, And what I'm going to do is just bend my knees here a little, and I'm going to just do a modification on the guillotine. So keeping the bar about in the same place, I'm basically just lifting my butt, keeping my shoulders down, but this is creating a long sense of traction through my lower back. And then you just put your butt back down. And that's what the move would be. Would be a relaxing curve up and lower down. Now, if this is feeling just too much, then of course don't do this, right? You could just do a basic bridge on the mat instead. Now, if this is feeling a-okay, you can do the full guillotine, which is to straighten the legs and to push up, stopping where the feet are above the chin. You don't want the feet any more over the face than that. Keeping the butt in the air 3 times, we bend and straighten the legs, knowing that when your legs straighten, it presents more pressure in the lower back, which is the intent. Long legs stay straight, and we come down through the middle of the back, bending our knees. Okay, so one of those, one more time. So either the bent knee version or the full. I'm going with the full. Up, bend, and 1. Inhale, bend. Exhale, 2, 3, and you come down through the middle of the back. Bend the knees, take the feet down, and just gently let the legs sway right and left. All right, go ahead and come up and out from under there, and your back should be feeling great. So this is just a few things that you can do. Feel free to throw these into a regular routine you have, or just do the full back exercises I showed you today. But either way, I hope your back feels better. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.